Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my physical TBR, every single book that I own that I have not yet read. So I made this video back in August, and since then I've accumulated a lot more books. I've actually read some of them that used to be on my TBR in the last video, and I've read some of those books. So if you want to see which books from my TBR I've read, go back to watch that video, and whatever books I don't mention in this video, I've read. I made kind of a dent. I didn't really think I read that much, but then when I was going back through to look at what I put in my last video for this video, I realized that I've actually read a handful of the books, so I was kind of proud of myself. But today's video, we're just going to talk about the books that I either still have outstanding from that video or the books that I have conquered, whatever you want to say, collected since then. I'll show you guys kind of a comparison. This is the stack of books that are from the last video that I still haven't read. These are all new books that I have got my hands on. So we're gonna be here for a while, so get comfortable and let's just get started. So first off, I'm gonna talk about my current read, which is While We're Young by K.L. Walther. This is from the same author as this one book that I'm really blanking on. I cannot think of the name. I'll put it up on the screen. Basically, it is a little young adult romance about a town that does like a game of assassin to commemorate a loved one that is lost. This is her next book. It's not like part of a series or anything, but this is another book, and it is about a group of senior friends who are going on a road trip, a day road trip. They skip school and they're kind of just exploring their life. They're exploring the town and their memories that they have had up until this point, as it's like their senior year. It's like a little sentimental trip. And our main characters, two main characters, are twins, and the girl, the sister, is out on this trip, and the brother knows that something is suspicious and he's trying to find them, and so they're trying to run away from him. So far it's super good. It's a super cute little young adult book, and I'm really enjoying it. Okay, now we're moving on from books from last video. So the first one that I have is A Little Life. Again, some of these books I'm just going to talk about really quick because I did talk about them more in depth in the last video, so if you want to see my thoughts about these books, go back to that video. But last video I mentioned that it's really thick. It's still, in fact, very, very thick and very intimidating. So I don't know if I'm ever really gonna get to this one. This one really scares me. I've tried it, and first of all, like, the writing is so small. Like, these pages are so long. This book is so long in general, and it's gonna take me forever to get through. And I don't know if I'll ever get to this. Definitely not in this time in my life. Not to mention the chapters are so long. So as of right now, I don't really have any plans to read this, but I know that it's such a good story, so maybe I'll try it on audio or something. Next, we have Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. Again, this book, I've never really feeling drawn to it, and I don't really know if I'm gonna pick this up, but we'll see. Then I have This Time Next Year, and I had so many intentions of picking up this book this year or last year I should say, around New Year's Eve, but I just didn't because I was reading the Holiday Honeymoon Switch instead, and I didn't end up finishing it by Christmas, so I wanted to read it before January hit, so I didn't have time to read this, but this year I'm really gonna aim for it, or maybe I'll just read it before New Year's. Then we have It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey, and this book I'm really thinking I'm not gonna read at all. I've heard that it's mostly just like smut, and honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that, so probably won't pick this one up. Next is The American Roommate Experience by Elena Armas. This book is wet. I'm not really sure what happened, but again, I said that I was gonna pick this up around the time that school started, and I didn't. Again, it really does give me college vibes, even though I know it's not about two college characters. So maybe I'll pick it up as I'm going off to college in the fall, or maybe I'll pick it up in the end of the summer to just kind of get me in the college vibes. Even though it's not about college, it gives me college vibes. So we'll see. Then I have Flawless by Elsie Silver. Again, I heard that this is a lot of smut, and I'm not sure I'm gonna enjoy that, but I have heard such great things about this series that I don't know if I can pass it up, and I might have to give it a try. And I also like that it's on Kindle Unlimited, and this just feels like a summer series to me for some reason. And so I think that I'm gonna try to read it in the summer. Then we have Travis by Mia Sheridan, and this is a interconnected standalone with Archer's voice. And it just basically tells the story from Travis's perspective. I haven't read it just because Archer's voice was a while ago for me, and I don't really remember the story that well, so I might have to reread that if I want to pick this one up. I don't even know where my Archer's voice book is. I'm looking for it right now, and I cannot find it. So yeah, we'll see if I end up picking up this one, but as of right now, I'm guessing that it's gonna be a while. I just feel like I have so many books that there's some that I'm prioritizing, and so some of these books are kind of falling behind. The Life Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I feel like I keep saying I'm gonna read this book, but like honestly I'm probably not. Like, this is like the #1 book that I have been avoiding. So please, like, tell me to read this. Tell me that it's good. I don't really think it is, but we'll see. Time for my unpopular opinion of the day. Happy Place by Emily Henry. not good. I do not like Emily Henry. I read People We Meet on Vacation and I rated it a solid 2.5 stars. It was not my favorite at all. And now I have Happy Place and I've tried reading it and I just wasn't a fan. So I literally, again, I haven't got very far. I got to page 65 and I kind of gave up. I think it's like a summary vibe book, so I might have to try it again. I seriously don't even remember what happened and I read 75 pages. Or what did I say? 70? 65? I've read that many pages and I can't recall a single fact about this book. So I have a feeling that I'm going to be not picking this back up, but maybe. Okay, so those are all the books that I mentioned in the last video, and now we're moving on to the new acquisitions. So the first one is The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. I've seen this book here on BookTube and I've seen it on TikTok as well. People saying that it's really good and just a really just great thriller and it leaves you on your toes. I don't really know what it's about. I like to go into thrillers blind so that I'm more, you know, shocked or I just enjoy it more. So I'm not really sure what it's about, but I do have lots of intentions of picking this up in the near future. Dun, 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 dun. So You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. Brand new release, came out last week. Just ordered it, just got it. Can't wait to pick it up. This will be my next read after I finish While We're Young. If you remember in the last video, I talked about having Divine Rivals on my TBR. I finished Divine Rivals, and now I can move on to my next book in my TBR, Ruthless Vows. I'm kind of scared to go into this one because I've heard that this one has a lot more of the fantastical element. I'm just not really a huge fan of like the fantasy elements, so we'll see if I'm really feeling like in the fantasy mood, or I just really like this like world and these characters like Roman and Isla. I really like them, and so if I'm feeling in the mood to like dive back into their story, I'll probably pick this up, but I'll probably read it on my Kindle. Last summer I read Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, and it was really good. I rated it a 4.5 stars, but basically I read it out of order from the other two books in the series. Yours Truly and what's the first one? I can't remember. You guys know what it is. And I just picked up Yours Truly because I thought that this was the first book, but it's in fact the second book. So this is the one on my TBR. So I don't know if I'm gonna wait and read it after I pick up the first one or if I'm just gonna read it right away, but this is on my TBR and I've heard that this one is really good. A lot of people enjoy this book. A lot of people just enjoy the whole series in general, and since I did enjoy the third one, I have high hopes for this one. The next one is The Love of My Afterlife by Christy Greenwood, and again, this is a book that I have recently acquired and I've heard lots of good things. I feel like this was really popular last summer and it just like gives me spring vibes, so maybe I'll try to read it in the spring. Then we have a book that I got for the Christmas, which is The Wish by Nicholas Sparks. I know this book takes place in December, so I was thinking about maybe picking it up in December and seeing what I think of it. I don't know much about this. I just saw it like on Delaney Smith, who's my favorite YouTuber here. She talked about it, and ever since then I was like, wow, I should pick this up. And so I asked for it for Christmas and I got it, and then I found out it takes place in December, and I'm very much a person that like wants to be in the season of the book. And so if the book's in December, like I just won't read it in the summer. I need to read it in December, maybe November, maybe October, but after we pass that month, you're not going to see me picking up stories from that time. Okay, this next book is so random and I've literally never heard anyone talk about it, but it stumbled upon me, and it is The Island by Natasha Preston. This is a thriller. I have no idea what it's about, but basically Target was having a buy two get one free book deal. And what book did I wanted this book because it just looked super good, gripped me from the beginning. And then what other book did I buy? And then I bought Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, and so I needed a third book, and this book was just like sitting on the shelf and just something about it was just like calling my name, so I grabbed it for my free book. It's pretty small. I should be able to get through it pretty quick. It's a thriller. It's 303 pages, so I should be able to get through this pretty quick. The writing is not too big. It should be pretty quick read, and I have no idea what it's about, but I'm excited for it. And honestly, I feel like those books that I just randomly stumble upon that I've never heard of before are normally some of the best, so I'm really looking forward to it. Then we have Forever Interrupted by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I used to be such a big Taylor Jenkins Reid fan, but as time has went on, I just haven't really been gravitating towards her books as much. But I don't know, I just feel like I've been in lots of slumps recently, and so once school's over and once it's summer, I'm locked back into reading. Oh, I found my Archer's Voice book. I had it over here. This is not on my TBR. I have read this. Okay, the last book on my TBR, Akatar. I started this book and I made it 155 pages in and I just never picked it up again. Well, I'm not really thinking I'm ever gonna pick it up, but I thought I'd mention it on the TBR, and honestly this intimidates me. As you can tell from my other books, I'm not really a fantasy reader, but it's here nonetheless. It's on the TBR, so I had to mention it in the video. That is gonna be all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you do, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Also linked down below, me and my friend have a vlog channel, so I'm gonna link that down below. So please feel free to subscribe, stick around, and have a great time. Yep, that's all. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, comment down below what video I should make. and also which of these books I should move to the top of my TBR. With all that being said, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!